Hello and welcome back, dear listeners. You're tuning in to another episode of Speak English Podcast, where we transform your English learning journey into a fun and rewarding adventure. I'm Nathan, your host, and today we're focusing on a topic that can truly transform the way you approach learning English: the power of consistency. Consistency is often underestimated. Many learners start their journey with excitement, but quickly lose steam because they struggle to maintain steady progress. But here's the secret: you don't need to study for hours every day. Small, consistent efforts over time can lead to remarkable results. In this episode, we'll explore why consistency is crucial, how to make it part of your daily routine, and practical ways to overcome challenges. By the end of this conversation, you'll feel inspired and equipped to build habits that bring you closer to fluency. Ready? Let's dive in. Why consistency matters. Let's start with the big question. Why does consistency play such a critical role in language learning? The answer lies in how our brains work. When you practice English regularly, even for just a few minutes a day, you reinforce the neural pathways responsible for language. This repetition makes it easier for you to recall vocabulary, form sentences, and express your thoughts. Think of it as exercising a muscle. If you work out once a month, you won't see much progress. But if you do a little every day, you'll build strength and endurance over time. On the other hand, irregular practice can lead to forgetting what you've learned. Have you ever studied a word, skipped practice for a week, and then struggled to remember it? That's because our brains prioritize information we use frequently. By being consistent, you signal to your brain that English is important, making it more likely to store and recall what you learn. Steps to build a consistent learning routine. So, how can we make consistency a part of our daily lives? Here are some practical steps. 1. Start small and build gradually. Don't overwhelm yourself by setting unrealistic goals. Instead, commit to short, manageable sessions. For example, learn 5 new words a day. Practice speaking for 10 minutes. Write a short journal entry in English. As these habits become second nature, you can increase your practice time. 2. Connect English to existing habits. Pair your English practice with activities you already do. For example, listen to an English podcast while walking or commuting. Watch English videos during lunch. Practice vocabulary while waiting in line. These small moments add up and make it easier to stay consistent. 3. Create a learning schedule. Designate specific times for studying. Whether it's early morning, during a break, or before bed, having a set time helps you stick to the habit. Treat it as a commitment to yourself, just like brushing your teeth or exercising. 4. Diversify your activities. Variety keeps learning interesting. Alternate between listening, speaking, and writing. For instance, listen to an English song and learn the lyrics. Read a short article and summarize it in your own words. Watch a video and repeat the sentences you hear. Overcoming common challenges. Let's face it, staying consistent isn't always easy. Life gets busy, motivation dips, and obstacles arise. But don't worry, I've got you covered with solutions to common challenges. 1. Lack of motivation. Motivation can come and go. When it fades, remind yourself why you started learning English. Is it for a better job? To travel? To connect with people from different cultures? Write down your reasons and keep them visible as a daily reminder. 2. Feeling overwhelmed. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you think about how much there is to learn. The key is to focus on one step at a time. Break your goals into small, actionable tasks and celebrate your progress along the way. 3. Fear of mistakes. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. Instead of avoiding them, embrace them as opportunities to improve. Each mistake teaches you something new. Remember, every fluent speaker once struggled too. 4. Lack of time. If you're busy, find creative ways to practice. For example, narrate your actions in English while cooking or cleaning. Replace scrolling through social media with reading a short English article. Use idle moments, like waiting for an appointment, to review vocabulary. Make learning enjoyable. One of the best ways to stay consistent is to make learning fun. When you enjoy the process, you're more likely to stick with it. Here are some ideas. 1. Learn through entertainment. Watch your favorite shows or movies in English. Start with subtitles in your native language, then switch to English, and finally try without them. Listen to English songs and sing along. This improves your pronunciation and helps you memorize phrases. 2. Turn practice into a game. Apps like Duolingo and Quizlet gamify learning. Set challenges for yourself or compete with friends to stay motivated. 3. Combine English with your interests. Are you a foodie? Follow English recipes and cook along. Love sports? Watch matches with English commentary. By aligning English practice with your passions, it feels less like studying and more like a hobby. 4. Talk to yourself. It might sound silly, but talking to yourself in English is a powerful tool. Describe your day, practice introductions, or share your thoughts out loud. It helps you think in English and boosts confidence. Practical exercises for consistency. Let's move on to some exercises you can try daily to build consistency. The 5-minute rule. Commit to practicing for just 5 minutes. Often, once you start, you'll naturally continue for longer. Daily journaling. Write a few sentences about your day or your plans for tomorrow in English. This improves your writing and helps you reflect. Shadowing practice. Listen to a short audio clip and repeat it word for word, mimicking the speaker's tone and rhythm. This helps with pronunciation and intonation. Flashcard reviews. Use flashcards to review vocabulary. Apps like Anki or physical flashcards make this process easy and portable. Conversation practice. If possible, find a language partner or join an English-speaking group. Speaking regularly accelerates your progress. Words to remember. Let's pause to review some useful words and phrases from today's episode. Consistency, the act of doing something regularly. Example, consistency is the key to mastering English. Motivation, the desire to do something. Example, her motivation to learn English comes from her love of travel. Celebrate, to acknowledge success. Example, celebrate small wins to stay motivated. Routine, a regular schedule. Example, having a routine makes learning easier. Mistake, an error or wrong action. Example, don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're part of learning. Final thoughts. Remember, learning. English isn't about perfection. It's about progress. By practicing consistently, even for just a few minutes a day, you're building a strong foundation for fluency. So take that first step. Commit to small, daily actions, and watch how they add up over time. Don't let fear or frustration hold you back. Every effort you make is a step closer to your goal. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope today's episode inspires you to stay consistent and enjoy the process of learning English. Until next time, keep practicing, stay positive, and remember, you've got this.